I'll tell you what. Nintendo Circuit or Teamdo Circuit. The naming confuses me, but anyways, it's a team circuit of Glenn again this week. And
Are we live?
Yeah, I told you we were
That
live,
sucks.
right?
Right? Agree with me because I'm Chris.
Oh, I hate you so much. Anyways,
Dude,
so
there's gonna be a day
this-
that comes where you're like, we're finally out of quarantine.
like, bro, I can't stand you. You're dead now.
Bro, honestly, on the list of things that I wish weren't alive, you're number one.
Yeah. So speaking of things still alive, Glenn's passion for Link. I don't know if you saw the graphic this week for this week's team circuit, but this is of interest to you, Gons. New school characters between 2000 to current day, and old school characters is the other team from 1980 to 1999. So I'll have to get the team list, but there's enough Mario Kart characters that
There's enough Mario Kart.
enough characters where you can make the distinction. I hate you.
Oh, there's enough?
Enough what?
Enough characters.
To do old school versus new school, yes. And I'll go to the team list in a minute.
Really? Can you hear that?
Yes. I can.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, as you're doing this, there's actually a lot of people streaming today, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hype.
Yeah, dude, including C Rivers, including, hold on, it's Liam. And who else we got? Quazu literally just messaged me, so bear with me as I get all the URLs in. But for now, you are currently watching Kooky Koogs and Nintunist, two of the mainstays, obviously. Both pretty good. Nintunist didn't compete this past week because he was commentating. He took your job, Gons, for the week. He kind of outperformed you in commentating Mario Kart, but.
So, you remember how I sold a bunch of Saturn games?
Yeah, tell me.
I thought I sold Puzzle Fighter 2, but I still have it.
So what does this mean?
That means I was smart enough to keep it. Because I was just like, I was looking at the game and I saw the prices went up and I'm like, why the fuck would I sell it? I like that game. And I looked at my shelf and I saw it. I'm like, yes.
Well, congrats.
Thanks.
It's pretty good. Dude.
Honestly, thanks for the congrats, Chris. It really means a lot that you're willing to say CONGRATS.
I said it out. I said it out loud.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's doing pretty good today. I actually am still getting organized here, which is why we're still looking at Nintunist and Kooky Koogs, but I'm also having a slight technical difficulty with my stream deck that I otherwise love, except for when... Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So-
shout outs to Nintunist.
Shoutouts to Nintunist, dude. I was saying before you were away for a second, before you were popping off about the thing you were popping off about how Nintunist was a pretty good commentator the other day. Lots of insight into Mario Kart as a game from a competitive standpoint.
Oh, for sure.
You're killing me, man. Where's Elu at?
He's at work.
Oh no.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll make do. Yeah, this is pretty good because I just put in Quazu into the rotation, and I have Liam, but it does look like Liam might be a little frozen, at least on my end. He is. Stream might be dead. But we have him in queue, and then Ayano not appearing to be streaming today, but we did get to see him do his thing just on Sunday, and he did because he just sort of wrecked everybody in the free-for-all tournament. But I don't think he's here today, and if he is, he hasn't started yet. But anyways, still getting set up here, but on the meanwhile, you do have, that's what I want to do, Nintunist and Kooky Koogs, tags right there, racing it out, and they are of the opposite teams because Nintunist is a character from 1980 to 1999, Dr. Metal Mario, which came out in, let's see, Mario 64. I don't know what year Mario 64 came out.
Mario 64 came out in
Google Google, quick.
1996.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
I legitimately always forget if the 64 came out in 96 or 97.
I could see why. It kind of got mixed in between like PlayStation and like it came in at a kind of a strange time. Because like there's systems that were being released at similar dates, like kind of competitively, and then there was just like Nintendo doing its own thing. I can't believe I'm being shitposted on my own stream.
You're like, alright, Gons, I see you. This is it. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end you, Gons. And I'm like, oh no.
Dude, people are gonna start taking follows back of your YouTube channel. I'm gonna. You remember, the ad that I have in the rotation that says "subscribe to my YouTube man" that has your thing. I'm gonna make it say "unsubscribe to my YouTube man."
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. I'm gonna change the ad into dark mode too. Black background instead of the white background.
Oh.
Yeah, with your text just in white. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe to my YouTube man.
Yeah, like you don't want that. You definitely don't want that.
Oh.
Yeah. Do it to yourself, man.
Unsubscribe to my YouTube man. That's so sad.
Also has a ring to it.
I don't need you to say that, man. I don't need people saying that.
Commentate my tournament, man.
That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here.
I know. I appreciate it. Okay, who do we got? Okay, Sea Rivers. There we go. That's who I want to get on stream right now. His stream do be looking kind of crisp too. I'll have him on screen in just a minute. Let's see. Still working out a couple fixes.
You ever eat food?
Yeah, I've done that.
Dude.
Yeah, this is hype. We actually have a lot of new streamers today. Holy crap.
How many streamers?
There's
Chris.
there's 3 new ones.
Really? That's great. Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris.
Quazu, Sea Rivers. Both new.
Quazu what?
Sea Rivers is one of the
Oh.
tags. Not
Oh,
Rivers
okay.
Rivers, Sea Rivers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hype. And Sea Rivers is like kind of a pro. He's on the top right now. He's playing the Roy, but last week, yeah, he basically was who came in second place to Ayano, and Ayano like mopped everybody up. I think their point disparity was just 2 points. I think Sea Rivers took oh wait, no. Sea Rivers won. I have to look at the graphic. I think he won by like 2 points. It was kind of epic, to be honest. I'll pull up the graphic on stream in a second, but yeah, these dudes are pretty good. Alright, finally getting organized. I had to get all the URLs into my scoreboard, so I got them now, and now I could actually like introduce people on stream since we have new ones. And always happy to see new ones. So obviously we got some of the old favorites in Tuna Scooby because I already mentioned that. But we also have Sea Rivers, and then Quazu with a whole Quazu amount of numbers going after 30699. Hype. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I've seen Quazu quite yet here. He may have just found the tournaments. Hoping he's maybe on the end. I know Glenn's been reaching out to some people trying to find like legitimate pros to like come through, and he might fall in that realm. Maybe he just heard through the channel. Either way, happy to see new face. Yeah, I already mentioned. That's right. I have to fact check to see Rivers winning or not, because I believe he won by like 2 points on Sunday.
I'm sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. That is the correct intel. So Sea Rivers won on Sunday with the free-for-all races. 324. Ayano came in 320. So yeah, he's looking to be possibly a reigning champ. I'll be interested to see what he's especially like the team circuit plays out a little different, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But him being what team is he? He's red team. Kugi's blue. Okay, nice. So we got red team on top, blue team on bottom, because I believe Nintunis is also in the red squad. But yeah, so this is actually a good split. It's just confusing deciphering which characters were between 1980 and 1999 and which characters are new school from 2000 to now. Because that's like, that's 40 years worth of gaming characters to keep track of.
Oh, wait. I need to say something.
What do you...
What if they made a sequel to Frogger called Pogger?
I think maybe it's already in development or already existing.
Really? You're that hopeful?
I kind of am.
Wow, Chris. You truly are the magical.
What? Alright, anyways, what I was saying was, and it's actually pretty good the way it's set up here, is on the left side of the screen we have Nintunis red team and Quazu blue team, and then we have another queue on the right with Sea Rivers red team and Kugi blue team, which is hype because we got one race on the right hand side, another race on the left hand side.
Yo, Mario up tilting!
Oh yeah, there he is. Wait,
Yo,
Nintunis is following
honestly,
Nintunis.
We gotta give a shout out to Mario up tilting, a reference to Smash 4 that people who came into Ultimate may not get, but in Smash 4, Mario up tilt was the source of all his combos.
Dude, don't do this to Nintunis, man.
And up tilt comboed into up tilt for like 30%, and that's why Mario's up tilt is an infamous move.
Nintunis hates this. Stop. I hate it too, cause like Sea Rivers is popping off. He's like doing like he's doing skids into like the rough territory, and it's very clear like how he's like good at this game.
Sea Rivers?
Yeah, Sea Rivers is lit, dude. Look, he just got first by like a lot.
God.
Look how much further he is ahead from.
Yeah,
a lot. It was a Kugi is the one behind him. Dude, this is like this is
bopping.
He's bopping. Yeah. To put it to a word, he's bopping. The thing is like, so Kugi's like just getting in the competitive Mario Kart, and Sea Rivers is like a pro. You know what I mean? Who's just like, keep trying, kid. And Kugi's just like, I am, and I'm having fun, but I'm also a little tilted. You know? It's the old classic scenario. Alright, well, I'm watching Quazu. He's ripping and tearing. I don't know. I can't see his place. His camera's in front of the place, but that's okay for right now. But it might be a little bit difficult to really give you that good intel. But he is only on lap 2. Nintunis is in the same race, right on top. Looking kind of cozy right in the middle of the pack. A couple of teammates ahead. Used that mushroom that he had on deck. Meanwhile, Kugi and Sea Rivers, who I really just want to call Rivers, but I can't because there's already like a Rivers that is on this channel regularly. Damn, that's tricky. Who would have thought that a Sea Rivers would come here? Yeah, dude, he is ripped. Dude, he's literally just shredding. That's so sick to watch. Kugi did hit him with something though, so now he's gonna have to start to reshred again. Gons, what do you think about the worm bike? The Wiggler.
The worm bike?
For some reason I couldn't think of Wiggler, and I just thought of it because my brain hurt.
Did you really just call the Wiggler the worm bike?
I did because I had a W in my. Just forget it, man. I got it. It's the Wiggler bike. What do you think about the Wiggler bike? Because I know you hate the clouds. I was just curious your opinion.
He's a Wiggler. I mean, I don't know what you expect me to say. It's just a bug.
Dude, that's kind of messed
Isn't it
up.
weird how they're huge?
Wait, what?
Isn't it weird how they're huge?
The Wigglers?
Yeah.
I guess a little bit. I don't know though. Like, that's just like what I guess that's like saying like, isn't it weird that like a bear is huge? Like in the Mario universe, that Wiggler Like, it might be a bug, but maybe that's more consistent with what a bear would be here, you know? You get what I'm saying?
I guess.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm driving at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get it. But it does look like Quazu will be joining Sea Rivers and Kugi in the next race because he's spectating currently. So it looks like Sea Rivers probably has this wrapped up. It looks like once he gets moving, he's got a huge lead. I'm guessing that's the build, obviously, the heavy being like the high top speed, but a little bit of a clank there on the wall, but not going to matter. He's still miles ahead of Kugi. Actually, that's not Kugi. There's another Rosa who is in second place. I'm not sure who it is, but Kugi is currently in 5th, is going to finish 5th, and honestly, guys, this might actually be, this might be a close one today. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, let me see. I think there are some other people in rotation. I'm going to see if Liam unfroze, because we had Liam streaming, but he kind of froze up. Yeah, he's still frozen. I'm going to try and refresh the browser that I have, but I think he might be offline. But Nintunist on his own. Oh, wait, hold on. I reset Liam, and now we're good. Now we're good. Maybe? Question?
Maybe.
Okay. I think it's still kind of laggy, but I'm going to try to keep it in rotation best I can. All right. So while I get that in order, I did like a whole change up of my usual URL, so I'm like struggling to I'm basically struggling to like know who's who again. I need a better system on the back end. Doing multis, like sharing streams, is actually kind of difficult. There's probably, I don't even know if there might be a way to automate it if like you're like a really smart designer person, like coding person, but I'm not. I just do everything like all manually and kind of just make it work. Well, on the other end of things, Nintunist is on his last lap, which is why I focused. But Kugi, Sea Rivers, Quazu, all in the same race, all on TikTok clock. And it looks like Kugi's having a nice run here so far. Sea Rivers finding himself somewhere in the back. I'm not sure what happened to him early on, but is making his way up soon, and I'm sure won't have an issue making it past. But meanwhile, Nintunist coming in first with a couple teammates right behind. Looking like a good race for Red Team, and he's going to be starting up again in just a few minutes. But in the meanwhile, our current racers on the top right is Sea Rivers, Kugi bottom right, and Quazu bottom left. And these appear to be our streamers today. There are a couple people I know giving it a shot on the back end. Liam is trying. Just unfortunately, my feed for him looks like it's freezing. So he might be having some technical difficulties, but I'll keep checking in. All right, he's kind of going. It's a little chopped though. Yeah, that's a tough part with doing some of the streams and playing, is the internet connection sometimes gets a little buggy. But if you have the right setup, it works. But sometimes it doesn't. But either way.
Yeah, you gotta just make sure it doesn't crash up or like ruin the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would never like ruin the game. Oh, you mean like in game?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it doesn't appear to be, because Liam actually got first in that race. Like, he was the only... Wow, yeah, dude. He was red player, and there was, like, another 5 or 6 blue players right behind him. So it's a shame that the stream is suffering a little bit, but it appears the gameplay isn't, because it looks like he's probably doing pretty well.
It appears it's crisp.
Yeah, dude, he does. He appears kind of crisp. Meanwhile, Sea River is looking like a tough placing there, probably because there's all blue team ahead of him, places 1 through 4. And, yeah, that's something I didn't really talk about before, but... this is like where the team aspect comes in, because some items just don't work against your teammates or don't hit you with the same accuracy, like red shells. Blue shells, they'll pass you by if like your teammate throws them at you, but they could still hit you. So what happens is if you're another on the other team and you're in a pack of other people, like you're getting hit by all of those items, not just like the random items. So it definitely adds a little bit of a dynamic of being able to swing like a race the way you can. But either way, Tunis, I don't know who else is in the lobby, but does have himself a nice first placing and really just kind of gaining more and more ground. I don't know. He might be in a smaller, what do you call it? A smaller lobby, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, yeah, no immediate trouble here. It looks like Tunis does have that wrap, barring any kind of like blue or blue shell, lightning, any kind of crazy combination, but looking pretty far ahead. So I'll take the action to Ribbon Road, featuring the usual bunch. Does look like Sea Rivers and Kugi battling it out once again, and Sea Rivers looking like he's maybe and I don't blame the blue team for this. Kind of gunning for him, so to speak, and you can do that in a team play where you could have everyone just try to get the guy who's like very good, because when he starts gaining, he starts gaining. Like we're watching him go from 8th and just kind of climbing. Meanwhile, it does look like Kugi fell behind quite a bit, and Kugi does have that same kind of comeback potential, and this is early on. But on the other end of things, Quazu, trying to see where he is, middle of the pack. Did get just passed by Sea River, so it does appear that he's in 6th place.
Honestly?
Yes.
Who's ahead of the river?
Ahead of Sea River is... I'm trying to see if I can see on the mini-map. It looks like a Waluigi. It's Dark. So Dark, another really good player who actually I think is... to be thanked for getting some of the better players here. I think he was kind of like plugged into some of the other Mario Kart stuff. And oh my god, I don't even know how. Okay, that wasn't the last lap, but just like the way Sea Rivers went from like 8th to 4th, and like, I don't know, that was pretty crazy. Good use of the mushroom there, heads up play. Actually being able to see what a heads up play looks like on Mario Kart, between knowing where he was on the map to get the shortcut and having the item and whatever. But anyways. Does look like Quazu struggling a little bit mid-pack, right behind. Actually, yeah, looking like 6th place. Kugi, meanwhile, in 4th place, not looking like he's going to hit top 3 because those guys already finished, but is going to take a strong 4th. And let's see, at least 2 blue and top 4. I don't know if any red team got him or not. Okay, yeah, so split with Red, with Io and Bryce coming in 1 and 2, Dark and Kugi 3 and 4. Meanwhile, the rest kind of split up. So that seems like a pretty even-ish gameplay in the meanwhile. So what I'm going to do is, since Tunis is just getting started, you can check him out. I am going to go ahead and try and check out the scores since I haven't actually checked those yet. So I want to see what the early stuff is. We are about a half hour in. For anyone who doesn't know where we are or looking for a way to join or just kind of trying to be involved, you can definitely do it. These races are open. They're free for everyone. So check out the graphic on the screen, and when we come back out, there's a tournament code. Just plug that into the tournament mode of your Mario Kart 8 Switch Online game. What? You basically go to the online menu and just put in the code. That's all. I always try to get the steps, and I get them mixed up. So I'm just gonna not. Yeah, the other guys still waiting in queue, and it does look like Sea Rivers and Kugi Cougs are going to be in Tunis queue after this game. But meanwhile, Quazu going to be the odd man out and looks to be in pretty full lobby, actually. Looks like he's got eight actual players. But we'll get to that in a bit. We're going to watch Tunis do his thing. Actually, what I could do is the 2-screen. So we'll get Tunis and we'll get Quazu, because Quazu is now going to be separated from these guys. There we go. And Tunis.
Losing.
Oh, he still gets it.
No, he did it. He did it.
Yeah,
He wasn't even like close to anyone else.
Oh no, he was way ahead. Okay, so let's see who's in the New Tunis lobby because I feel like he's either been. Okay, yeah, so he's in a very NPC lobby. It's basically a 1v1 with him and Shannon, but he is now getting Kugi and C Rivers in his lobby, which I just saw. So that'll be something, and I gotta figure. I guess that's like the way the game figures it out. Is it tries to like siege you with other people and put you in the room with like competition, which is really cool. I hadn't realized that that's how it works. It might not even be that intricate, but the way my mind is putting it together, I feel like that's how it works. Nintendo should hire me for making their games sound really intelligent, but think they will? You think they're listening?
No.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe they're just gonna be like, oh wow, Master Hand Gaming. We don't want to sue them for using this name, and we think they're really cool. And we've been hearing about these Mario Kart tournaments. Well, they are hosting a big Mario Kart tournament. You know that, right?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nuts. It's happening May 8th. I'll get into that in a little bit, but.
They look at New Jersey and they're like, yo.
Yo, these guys, they already had it. They already had the meta. That's what they're saying. Looks like, okay, never mind, actually. Yeah, Nintendo Lobby, not that smart. So I don't know what happened before because it looked like we were getting Nintunis, or those guys watching Nintunis, but then it looks like Nintunis is now somewhere else. Dude, so I'm watching Rainbow Road. Obviously, we're all watching Rainbow Road, but I'm always curious to watch the players who do really well the way they go through the races. And I always kind of hate this map to begin with, and I'm just sort of watching the way like C Rivers is managing despite being kind of far back in the placings, and I'm just like, how do you get this I don't know, having this level of control over the game is crazy. Just like we'll cut a little corner here and there.
I know. I can't imagine being like this good at this.
Dude,
game.
it's crazy.
It seems really hard.
There's a really big difference. Like, just watch the way he's like sliding. He literally goes from last to third in like no time with like what might be a frustrating kart for some people because like the bikes have good mobility and stuff, but like even just the bigger character weights and like not being able to accelerate forward.
Oh my God, Kugi is kind of. Wait, do you see how far ahead he was?
No! Yeah, I did, but. Now he's getting past.
Well,
it's a teammate. It's a teammate at the very least. So if like.
Yeah, but we know Kugi wants that first.
Dude, we know he wants that first. He's not. He don't want to settle for team victories. This is Kugi Coogs talking about. You kidding me? You kidding me, Gons?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not kidding you either.
Oh my God, is he gonna? No, this is over.
No. Yeah. Meanwhile, a Becker brother, I think, coming in, possibly third or fourth. Yeah, Blaze coming in third, C Rivers in fourth, and then, dude, blue team might be the team today. I can't be certain. I'm still gotta do the research real quick because I haven't looked, but
the research.
Yeah, dude, the research, aka going on online play and looking at the scores.
The research.
Getting that good research.
Getting that good research, getting it, doing it, working on it, getting it done.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I had it down. You kind of see in the background, and I'll show the full screen after. But New School currently beating the pants off of Old School. 758, and wow, even team sizes 10-10. That's hype. I think Glenn was a lot more organized with organizing who's on whose team, which is good. I think that's what this really needs. Even if you are a viewer at home, and you know, there's just a handful of you right now. If you did want to join, you still could. And even if you broke like the archetype of using like an Old School character on the New School team, kind of doesn't matter. But like the fact that the core of the racers are split evenly is good. And anything else after that is just kind of gravy. Like it's just like extra people playing, which just makes it more fun.
Yo,
dude,
I gotta say,
I'm ready.
Nintunist?
Yeah.
I think he has a chance of winning this race.
I think he does too. You know what else I gotta say?
What?
Kugi Cougs?
Oh, I take it back. I did not know we were that close to the end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was on lap 3. And Liam, I wish your stream was working, man. A little bit cleaner. But it does look like he's cleaning up. So I'm just happy to hear that his internet connection is good for him to just continue dominating. Because I've seen Liam get first like a few times now. Like through the other views. But Grumble Volcano on the right-hand side of your screen. Featuring Kugi and Sea Rivers. And Blaze Becker. Shout out to Blaze. Who's also really good at this game. And also really good at yo-yoing from the lore that I've been told.
The yo-yo master.
Dude, he is the yo-yo master. This guy's actually like lethal. I think a yo-yo is registered as a lethal weapon in his hands or something. I've seen a couple of like the highlight reels. It's pretty lit. But
Yo.
Yeah, Kugi.
You know what I think? You know what I think of when I hear yo-yo?
What?
You ever play Abe's Odyssey?
Yep.
When he does the chants and when he does the chant and he's all like yo.
Yeah, actually I do. I never thought about that with just hearing yo, but
that's all I heard.
Dude, Kugi kind of bopping. He was hugging that turn. Is it pure? I think. Let's see how close or not close. Not close now. Sea River's running into some fire.
Oh no!
But
oof,
actually, it wasn't that far off. Kugi had a little bit of a rough pass because he had Blaze and a Toadette. Probably hit him with all the items.
And a Toadette.
And a Toadette.
And a Toadette.
Yeah, that appeared to be a little bit of a volatile lobby because it wasn't a lot of people, but it was still Kugi and Sea Rivers. So it was like they all be kind of bopping, you know?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some bopping going around.
I gotta look at the team list. That's the one thing I keep forgetting to look at. Now that we're like 40 minutes in, I'll finally look at what characters are on what teams because that's like probably where most of the fun conversation comes from. At least with you on Call of Guns because like you know more intricate details of like gaming releases and old stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, where are the things? Here we go. So yeah, this is based off of characters that debuted before 2000, and then characters that debuted after 2000 are the teams. So Red Team, being old school, obviously includes the likes of Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Tanuki Mario, Yoshi, Toad, Koopa, Shy Guy, Lakitu, Baby Mario and Luigi, Metal Mario. There's a lot of characters in this game. Wario, DK, Bowser, Dry Bones, all the Koopa kids except for Bowser Jr. and Green Link.
Who's Bowser Jr.?
He's Blue Team features the new school. Got Cat Peach, Toadette, King Boo, Baby Peach, Daisy, Rosa, Rose Gold Peach, Waluigi.
Rose Gold Peach?
Yeah. Waluigi, Bowser Jr., Dry Bones, Inklings, Villagers, Isabelle, Mies, and Breath of the Wild Link. I gotta tell you, I actually think that's pretty clever. There's obviously a lot more characters on like old school, but not even by that much.
Mm-hmm.
But while I was doing that, it does appear that Blue Team swept right above Nintunis's nose. Although, yeah, because Nintunis is on the Red Team using old school Metal Mario. That's what I was trying to talk to you about before was the release date of why, like, Metal Mario is old school and stuff. Dude, Pink Gold Peach, been in our hearts since the start. That might be on something. She's just like she was created specifically for this game, which is such a weird addition. Like, they could have added any other character. Instead, they just went like another, just like how there's like 5 Marios. Now there's just like.
I
2
mean,
Peaches.
well, all they have to do is recolor them at that point.
No, you're right. I understand, but I'm also just like, why? I don't know. I guess Rose Gold fits a princess, but Kugi coming in first above Sea Rivers and Blaze. That's pretty hype because Kugi bopping is a good thing for this stream. All right, cool. So looks like Quazu moved his camera. That's good stuff. So now we can see his placing. Makes things pretty easy. Right now we do have him and Tunis in the same lobby, and Quazu right in the middle of the mix, man. That's where he seems to dwell. Usually looks like the topper end of it. So that's the messy place. That's where all the items happen. I guess depending on who's in the lead, but either way, making his way just fine, sitting in fourth. Meanwhile, Tunis just ahead of him, doing his thing. Currently making his way towards second, sitting in third, but behind teammate Bryce, and I'm not sure who's in first. It looks like Jinja. We just got past. Looks like Bryce did a little bit of heavy lifting, allowing Tunis just a nice little comfy ride right behind Bryce, giving him that good old-fashioned team draft. But I did see a blue shell. It looked like it was intended for blue because it did not travel up to neither Bryce or Nintunist.
Just to head up, just to let you know, I'm doing homework.
That's all right. I figured you were doing something because, like, obviously you're just chilling. I wasn't waiting for feedback. It's just like doing the solo cast. You just gotta fill some dead air, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you know.
Yeah, I have an essay due at 11.
Oh, well, if you need to go focus, that's okay too.
No, it's fine. I can scrap it together. This class.
Imagine listening to me commentate Mario Kart while commentating an essay. Yeah. Commentate that essay.
Yo, back at it again with this essay. We're talking about inequality in the workplace today.
Oh, dude, yo, hit me up. Is it with like the female inequality? Is it race? Like, which inequalities we got?
Inequality.
Yeah, dude, that's been around forever. Like, women getting less wage for the same work. It's whack, and it's just.
It's not about that. It's about how women are stuck like at home being stay-at-home moms while they're unable to like go out and like get real work. But like because of their position as a stay-at-home mom.
What about post-quarantine?
What about post-quarantine?
I feel like the roles are they're just like not anymore. Everything is just like a big mishmash.
I feel like post-quarantine people are gonna subscribe to my YouTube, man. Gon's channel. Oops. There it goes. There was the screen. Now it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, inequality in gamers. All those female streamers just show their boobs and they're making all the money.
Dude, don't say that.
I'm sorry. I could say that. It's real. It's a real thing. I'm not even making it up.
I feel like there's a whole nother topic
formula.
I don't want to step into.
All right.
But I will say, a topic I will step into is Coogie Cougs doing pretty well tonight, but not, like he wants that first place. He's always a golden. He's always winning, and maybe he just wants to win again, despite the fact being on a team will technically always make him win, but he just wants that first place to himself because he is the Mario Kart king, and we'll see how this race goes for him.
I mean, I couldn't have said any of that better myself. Better myself or better than myself? Couldn't say it better. Anyways.
Coogie Cougs, though, is in 8th, but of course, being the master Mario Karter that he is, it is not impossible for him to still get first this race, especially since with all the wacky mechanics of Mario Kart, he can pull a comeback out of anywhere. Look at that. He's already in 7th. That is 1 place, 2 placements up from where he is, 3 placements up, 4 placements up, 5 placements up.
Dude, he was actually just kind of climbing legit. That was kind of hype.
Yeah,
Cold Brew.
If there was ever a bop to be had in this universe, it was a bop right there. But right now, he's really down to the wire. He's got to think. He's got to get that lucky RNG so he can screw over Cold Brew and whoever is in first. Apparently, a Roy.
Yo, that was heads up.
But he goes down to 4th place, goes down to 6th. Oh, goes back to 6th. Oh, goes down to 7th. Oh, this is not looking good. The 9th, 10th, the worst.
Your tunnel vision, man. See, Rivers is like destroying everybody.
It looks like Rivers might be a boppin', while Coogie Cougs, for the first time in his career, might be a floppin'. But we'll see. the final lap. And for Kugi, a player as good as his skill, it is not over because Kugi Cougs can always stuck in 12th again. This might be the worst game of Kugi's life unless he gets some amazing, incredible, once in a lifetime comeback. 9th, that's a good skip.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
it looks like he's gonna close out in 8th.
Yeah,
that is where Kugi started in the race, and that is where he will be at.
Yeah, meanwhile,
very disappointing for Kugi, but it's not over for him because he can still make a comeback, and I know he wants to. He wants to be not only the winning team, but the winning player of the winning team. For Kugi, it's not as simple as winning with his team. He's got to be the one. He's got to be the guy. He's got to be the important one to bring it all home for the team. He has to be the one with the crown.
I mean, probably. Kugi's a winner. So we are peeking in on C Rivers, who is still racing as good as ever. A little bit choppy on the stream front, but a little something to look at in between.
C Rivers.
And got Cuneo in first though. This is Liam, by the way. Liam ____M.
Cuneo, he's really making a play, getting first place.
Cuneo's
you don't often see that from him, but like it looks like he's really turning around, getting good at the game, playing Link with a banana behind him. But Roy, I mean C River, I mean. Who's this again?
This is Liam. We haven't seen a lot of Liam because his stream is kind of laggy.
Okay,
but
Liam.
While we're waiting.
Oh no, gets hit with the blue shell coming from the other team. That's unfortunate. It makes things all that much easier for Kugi. Oh no, falling down. Cuneo looking like he's really securing this. I don't know what lap it is because it is being covered by Liam. But who knows? Because at this point, it looks like it is the final lap, and he gets 9th, going from 2nd to 9th place. That must be a real sting for him. But nevertheless, Cuneo, I think, took that.
Yeah, Cuneo did
looking
take
over
that.
at Kugi's stream, he is on the
bottom right.
What do you call this stage? The dragon stage?
Oh, it's dragon something.
He's
I'm
on
also a bad
dragon level, and because he's on dragon level, he's all the way in first. This is what Kugi's won. Oh, he falls off, and Kugi no longer in first. Maybe a flopping, but maybe he'll be back to bopping. Because as I said before, Kugi can do anything because he is so good at this game that he can bring back a comeback if he really wants to. But nevertheless, it's looking like he's got some mushrooms to help him out. So we'll see how this goes for him. Even in 10th place, he's got 3 mushrooms, meaning he has a pretty good lineup for some good skips on the stage. Although, unlucky for him, the stage doesn't have that many skips because of how little grassy areas this is. This is probably one of the most straight lines in Mario Kart 8.
Look at C Rivers battling out with Glenn on the top. Glenn is in second. They're now first.
Glenn and C Rivers are really going at it.
Yo, they kind of are.
C Rivers has Glenn
he kind of bodied Glenn. He fell off the stage.
That is a flopping if I've ever seen one. That is a power move. He is taking control of the race with Roy from Mario. And
look at Kugi though. Kugi getting first.
I can't believe he's done it.
Kugi in first though.
Kugi brought it back.
You were looking at C Rivers
dragon level on the 3rd race with 10 coins, with a sizable lead. It's looking like Kugi might have this in the bag, but we'll have to see how it goes, considering the fact that Kugi Cougs did have a pretty decent lead at one point last game, but now
this
he's
is
got
lap
a
3
horn in
though.
his hand, and that's very good. If he
he
used it on the red shell.
Dude, he had to.
If he comes across a blue shell, then he will be in an awful position.
Oh no, he did. He did come across a blue shell.
It's going to happen.
He's far
as
ahead.
I said, he has a decent enough lead that he's not going to lose that first place. So no, he is going to lose it, and that is going to be
it's to a teammate. Look, he's okay.
I know Kugi's burned about that one. Kugi's disappointed. Kugi's feeling the down. Kugi is certainly disappointed, but nevertheless, he has to get his head back in the race because for the next game, he has another chance of taking it home, and he's not far from first place. So it's still very possible for him. He just needs to get back to his normal skill at which he wins.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong with a lot of that, but I'm going to try and get the team scores now because I'm assuming that they're a little bit closer. That was although a big win for Blue, who was already in the lead earlier, so they might continue to be in the lead. This is a 10-10 type of day so far. 10 people on Blue team, 10 people on Red. Your old school.
That means the team is perfectly balanced, which is good for this race because that means there won't be any weirdness.
No, it's true.
No, it's true. Chrysalodian.
You ready for the scores?
Are you ready for the scores, Captain?
I asked you because I'm still trying to load them, but here they are.
Sure, I'd love to see the scores.
Here they are. Holy God.
Wow, Glenn Tendo.
Yo, Glenn in first, being the ultimate Chad. C Rivers, we've been watching tearing it up. Also a bit of a Chad himself. But blue team looking to be the ones doing the bopping. Taking that middle section 3 through 5 with Kugi, Kunio, and Jinja. Liam.
Jinjo.
Breaking up the scores a little bit for red team.
You ever play Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, it's okay.
Jinjo. What?
Yeah, so this is what we're looking at today, and it does look okay. So it does look like New School does have another player on there. So there we go. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, the scores don't reflect how many races have already happened, so that's like the one tricky part about it. But seeing the team totals, and now we do averages, so basically those total points divided by the total team members is what the real score is. But since, you know, it's 10 members versus 11 members, it's pretty close. Blue team's still on top regardless. Yeah, Skytop Cruise looking like the race in the meanwhile. And just lap 1, so all kinds of things yet to happen, but you do have your top performers per team. That is Glenn and C Rivers right in sight on the top right. Chasing after Jinja, who in the chat hasn't had as many races as a lot of the other people. And that's the way these work. If you come into these tournaments, your total races are the same as everybody else, but you are completing them at different times. So that's how you can enter pretty much at any time. And for these circuits, it's about 24 races, so, you know, that takes about an hour and a half roughly. So you could even start right now. You'd just be contributing towards team points, but you probably won't finish all 24 of your races. Keep that in mind. But either way, that blue shell gonna go away. It looked like it was after C Rivers, but something happened there. I maybe had a box. Either way, driving into the bomb. Couldn't do much to avoid that. Cold Brew right ahead. Shouts to Cold Brew. I don't think I've seen him enter one of these yet, so it's always fun to see that.
Shoutouts to Cold Brew.
Dude, shoutouts to Cold Brew. And the Discord server is going to be getting organized to like get more people in it from different places. It already is. I just have to figure out some bot stuff before I like unleash it. So that way it'll be easier for like other people that just are in the Nassarian server to like get into some of these tournaments. And you know, as we start seeing better players, like I know Dark brought us some players like Ayano and C Rivers who've both been really great since they came here. Getting more people like that mixed with some of the regulars, definitely good. But speaking of C Rivers, is going to get a nice third place finish there behind. I'm assuming that's Glenn in first with Waluigi. No, I'm sorry, that's Jinja. But red team, whole pack right behind him, including C Rivers and Bryce. Meanwhile, the whole rest of the middle going from Kooky to Scott, going to be all blue finishes. And in the meanwhile, it does appear as though Nintunist is off and running, and I believe he's in a lobby with Liam, also Kunio. But is currently sitting 5th, and this is the last lap, so he's basically on the final stretch here before the finish, so it's going to be hard to really make up much placing. Meanwhile, Bullet Bill is going to do it for whoever just passed him. I don't think it was Kunio, but Kunio is right ahead of him. And Nintunist unloading on Kunio right before the finish, so or near the finish. Yeah, all right, worked out. Kunio does get kind of hosed, but Nintunist is the beneficiary of that, able to unload all the items basically right in Kunio's tailgate, but still able to get 5th. Meanwhile, Dark did come in 2nd. Liam and Nintunist a solid 3 and 4s.
Bro.
Dude, Banjo and Kazooie was only okay.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Banjo and Kazooie are incredible.
Yeah, well then
Banjo-Kazooie,
why are they so bad in Smash?
Because they're bad in Smash. Because Sakurai was like, oh, it's Western
I don't know, man.
characters, I don't
Their game
care.
is obviously trash.
Huh?
Their game's obviously trash if they're bad. in
That's not
Smash.
how it works.
It is, dude.
That means Castlevania sucks.
No, those characters are good, man. Have you ever played like online?
You're an idiot. Yeah, that's
everyone has split up except for.
Have you ever played the Belmonts? Have you ever been in grand finals of a tournament with like a $5,000 pot? Not five that. How much was it? Have you ever been in grand finals of a tournament with a $3,000 pot?
Yeah, dude, you have. So they're good enough to get you money.
Wow, that means they're good. Do you know what the payout structure for that tournament was?
No.
It was 70, 20, 10.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. Makes so much salt for like everyone. That's not a cool thing to do as an organizer, in my opinion. That puts too much like weight in bad
that was
places.
a fighting game community.
It is, but I don't know. I feel like it encourages unhealthy, like, I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm not like it's their money. If you're a tournament organizer and you're putting money in, you do whatever you want. Like it's your rules. Like you got the money, you make the rules. But like
they added a lot to the pot, like a lot.
Yeah, well, you said 1,000, so that's the territory where it becomes a lot.
Did it do?
Yeah, solid second place from Kugi while we were in the middle talking about that. And I don't know who's ahead of him, but I can tell you that behind him was Wheeler coming in third and Sea Rivers coming in fourth. And Tunis is going to continue to forge ahead on Yoshi's thing. Yoshi Valley. There we go.
You ever take a tube of mayonnaise with you on the go just for when you need some mayonnaise?
The same, I think that's like the Hellmans and Yo Play sequel that we never got, where they just make a Go-Gurt that you put mayonnaise in.
Imagine drinking that. Would you drink that?
No, that sounds so gross.
How much would it cost to pay you to drink that?
I would do it for. I'd do it probably cheaper than you think, but like not like $5 or, even 100. You know what I mean?
So how much?
I don't know, a few hundred at least.
A what?
I don't know, a whole tube, like a Go-Gurt tube of mayonnaise. That's pretty bad. Because that'll just make you want to throw up immediately. Just that quantity of mayonnaise is a lot. Hey, you know what?
Oh wait, we're talking a whole tube, not just like a sip.
Just a sip isn't a big deal. I'm talking about the whole Go-Gurt.
I do it for 500.
Yo, Tunis got floppity.
He's pissed.
He is pissed. Meanwhile, Sea Rivers, Kwazu, and Kugi Cougs are all gonna take his place.
Why is everyone on the stage?
I don't know. I was gonna say they're all taking their place on Yoshi Meadow. So. While the Tunis thinks about his life, for a minute.
He's actually pissed.
Yeah, he's pretty salty. He doesn't look very happy, but it's all right. Go give Tunis like a little virtual hug and tell him it's gonna be okay in the chat if you want. His URL's right there.
Yo, Cookie got bopped. But anyway, continue your words. Continue your words, Chris.
I'm sorry, I was sipping some water. Anyways. Well, what is... Oh, this is the credits of Mario Kart. I was like, I'm not sure I'm familiar with the song, but it sounds Mario Kartified. And it
Mario
was.
Karty.
Mario Karty.
Mario Karty.
Nintunist in another small lobby with Shannon and another red teammate. So we'll leave that on the back.
He looks like he's still mad.
At the moment. Yeah, I think the game feels his anger, and that's why I put him in a smaller queue. Just to, like, looks like I missed some action with Kwazu. It looks like he may have gotten kind of
bopped.
Kind of bopped. I didn't see what happened though. Meanwhile, though, doing the bopping is Sea Rivers and Kugi. Although Sea Rivers did get tied up on that big Yoshi egg, only to get hit right after and possibly taken out by that star. But I spoke too soon. I thought he was in the clear.
Yo, that was a nice throw by Kugi. I'm just saying.
Wait, like a throw? Like he threw the game?
The boomerang.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like he's a thrower.
No, he threw the boomerang. Dude, honestly, Chris, you gotta stop like judging me.
I'm sorry.
I have one assignment and an essay to do by 11.
Hmm. Can't relate. I'm sorry. I mean, I can. I remember having to do that stuff, but I don't miss it.
Yeah. Mr. Dink, I broke your grill. I'm sorry.
You broke my grill?
You broke my grill? You broke my grill!
Mr. Dink, we miss you. I miss you. Come back. Please come back. Anyone who doesn't know what Mr. Dink is, I need you to go ahead and look up the TV cartoon series Doug, which used to be on Nickelodeon and is a real treasure in a world of lots of cartoons that exist. That was like probably my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon for a really long time.
You broke my grill.
And that's
you know what was my favorite as a kid?
What?
Rocco.
Yeah, that too. So that
I gotta say, I did not like the special.
The Rocco special?
What
was the?
I liked the story, but it bothered. Did you ever watch it?
Wait, is this the new one that they did, or didn't they do something new? Rocco? What's special?
Rocco, like the one that came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I haven't watched that.
The story was good, and the idea was good, but my big problem with it was that Rocco acted completely out of character for the entire special, and it just bothered the shit out of me. Cause you know how in the original, Rocco like was the down to earth man.
Yes.
Like he was the one that was like in every situation he's like the normal person that just happened to get stuck there. In the special, he was the crazy one. It was like really out of character.
I don't like that either. I wonder what that is.
I feel like they just forgot, like, because the entire point is the entire special is Rocco trying to get his TV show back, and I'm like, I mean, like, sure.
Well, is it commentary
that'd be fine.
about losing it though? Like maybe he just lost his stuff.
No. Like he's trying to get a new episodes of a TV show back. Like he's trying to get like a TV show to come back to air. Like that's the entire plot.
Okay.
And it's weird because like it's like okay that's fine, but like Rocco's like crazy over it. Like he's not like oh this is my favorite show I wish it would come back, and him being like forced into random crazy situations. He's going out of his way to travel to like the studio and like yell at everyone to bring the show back, and he's like I need this show, and I'm like this is not the character.
Yeah, that's not the character. I wonder they wrote like they did Camp Lazlo, didn't they? And they did like the same writers. I'm just trying to think of
Camp Lazlo.
Yeah, well, it was the same writers and art as Rocco. So it's interesting that like I want to think that you don't forget something like that if you're a writer and you're making shows. So maybe it was something that like maybe it was like some kind of social commentary they were trying to do where it's like there's like a role reversal, but in either case.
Well, to be fair, the one thing is like they were in space. Like the joke is they were in space for many years, and that was the only thing they had to watch. And when they came back, they were like, "There's no new episodes. It's not on air anymore." So like maybe the idea is, oh, Rocco went crazy in space, but like what I don't like is that like sure, I guess you could make that the joke, but at the same time, you're bringing this special back for like a new audience, and like also as the first special back, it doesn't make sense to immediately have the character be completely out of character for the entire thing, and B, that point isn't really driven home. Like if the joke is like, oh, they went crazy, it's like they're not really making that obvious to you that he went crazy, in my opinion.
Well, that's the problem. So if there's no, like, if they were hoping to have it be like ironic or like a thing like that, I think they would have had to address it, and if they didn't, that I guess that's kind of weird.
I really think it could have just been much better. I was disappointed. I haven't watched the Invader Zim reboot.
Well, Tunis getting 8th does have a lobby with fewer people. Shout out to Liam, though, getting first. I believe that was Cuneo in second. I did see the link. Meanwhile, everyone is currently on... what is DK Jungle? No. Whatever. So they're on this race. So... Oh, Shy Guy Falls, I think. Anyways, Sea Rivers, Kugi, both in good positions. Glenn and Jinja right up there as well. So this appears to be the very competitive
Jinjo!
that we've been seeing all day. And we saw this last week with Kugi, or I'm sorry, on Sunday with Kugi, where he kind of got paired up with Ayano in a lot of races. And like it was like a big head-to-head. Now he has Sea Rivers to contend with, who is on the opposite team. Meanwhile, it does have Glenn to help him out. Glenn has also been pretty solid. We saw earlier did have second or one of the highest point totals. I think he was in second the last time we refreshed.
Yo, let's go point totals.
Let's go point totals.
Let's go point totals.
And that is with blue team on the having the upper hand. So the Glenn and Kugi combo appearing to be pretty good. Meanwhile, Sea Rivers always proving when he has like plenty of grounds around him, he'll make full use of it because it's just like really mounts a lead every time he's ahead. He is going to nail the shortcut because he always does. There's Jinja right out in front of him. He's going to hold on to the red shell because Jinja does have some defense behind him and lets it rip. And did have banana peel to cover his bases. That was clever. And now both without a shell or anything really on the cart. And that's always nice when you're able to get the speed boost with the ink, because then it just goes away. But Sea Rivers right on the tail of Jinja. We'll see if he could pass. I have no doubt that he can. We'll see what kind of RNG happens. And yeah, that red shell does appear to have been thrown out by the red team, hitting Jinja where it hurts the most, and that's over a body of water. So it does fall behind a little bit, but did have a means to catch up, and Sea River suddenly getting the hose, but the hit lag or hit stun, whatever you want to call it, allowed him to kind of avoid that blue shell, but isn't going to avoid that green one. A bad place to get hit if you're a big character because your acceleration's low, but Sea Rivers is going to fall to 8th. Jinja did come out triumphant with Glenn coming in 3rd. Got a pair of Waluigi's. Blaze in 2nd, having a good day. Bryce climbing back up the 4th after having a kind of a bad race, I guess. The race before that, I think he finished like 9th or 10th. But let me reset and check the point totals because now's a good time to do it. Right now we just got Tunist and Mr. M in the same room. I believe Mr. M is also an old school character. Not sure either way. I see Cuneo and I see Luke Snywalker right out ahead in Tunist, sitting in 4th and 5th. Alright, so as we do that, let me get the point totals all set, and Tunis in the position where he's just passes a teammate for 3rd, so, you know, it's good to finish up higher, obviously, but not as much impact there. It does appear that damage is already done by Cuneo and Liam. Such a beast, man. We got to get your stream working so that way we get you some time, because it looks like you're doing some crazy stuff. I am going to check in on you in a minute, actually. Meanwhile, approaching the end here, as I mean, we still have a few more races, but I did just see on Sea River's stream that he is on his 20th race. I think Kugi may have been on his 21st or 19th. Well, okay, so Jinja, you're a new guy for around here. That's good, man. I'm glad you found this, but in either case, hopefully you won't be a new guy much longer. Make sure you check out the Discords. There's one below this stream that's being restructured. That's going to point you to the Discord that has like the Glintendo Circuit specific stuff in it. So you'll be able to get linked there if you aren't already. Yeah, Cuneo. So Cuneo has the lobby with Liam which is ridiculous. Meanwhile, there's the other lobby that has Sea Rivers and like Kugi and Glenn. I guess each lobby kind of has their demons, but yeah, dude's good, man. Every time I check in on him, he's getting firsts. Impressive stuff. Although it does appear that he's no, he's still a little chopping. He's very chopping. We'll figure it out, Liam, one of these days. I'll give you a second to see how chop. Oh, looks like it's hanging in there. We catch the start of your race. Ish. Yeah, all right. So he is battling that with Cuneo again. That is a tough one. Quazu sitting in actually a pretty good position early on. He was sitting at third for a bit. Now currently ahead of him is going to be Sea Rivers, but not by all too much. Oh, yeah, well, never mind, different race. My mistake. Tunis, that there we go. Okay, cool. So this seems to be the format for today, and it's been consistent. And I love when the lobbies work out this way, where we have one race on the right with a red and a blue, and then one race on the left with a red and a blue. But blue team gets a clean sweep. Glenn and Kluge coming in first and second. Wheeler Henry third and fourth, and Sea Rivers making it happen the best he can with the CPU Mario. That's a tough position to be in because you're getting honed. Like you're basically getting like hosed with all of the items because no one's gonna waste on the CPU, as well as they shouldn't. But meanwhile, on the other side of things, we do have Quazu and we do have Nintunist. Both appear to be in messy situations in the middle. Nintunist trying to make a pass at the end. Oh, just barely. That's Toadette getting hit right before, or right at the wrong time, rather, for Nintunist to keep his 5th place, and that was Brother Quang. That hurts, and it does look like Liam did fall in that last game with Jinja and Cuneo first and second. So do making it happen for blue team again. And so let's see who we got. Looks like we're spectating another game. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's Elite. We saw Elite in chat just a minute ago. Is back in the tournament. Got to see him on spectator mode for a minute, but there's Yo, Shannon. Currently on the last lap. We got to see Shannon in Tunis lobby earlier, I believe. Coming up is looking like probably Bowser's Castle. Could be Animal Crossing, though. It looks like a pretty even... Oh, yeah, it's exactly even. No, it's not. There's one more for Animal Crossing. It does look like Animal Crossing will be the race of choice for Nintunist and Kazoo. And also in that bracket is Jason, Snywalker, Mr. M, Bryce, Jinja, Liam, Scott. So get those guys getting started right now. Animal Crossing, pretty good race. 18th race and 18th and 20th race, respectively, for Nintunist and Quazu, or Quazu and Nintunist, rather. Meanwhile, looks like Boo's Mansion is going to be the 21st race, and dude, I think Kooky and I think Sea Rivers have been in the same race since the beginning. An Elite Buckle. Chilling in chat. Shout outs to you, man. I'm pretty sure this is one of our pro guys. Has been a little bit missing recently, but is finding himself with just a 2-win streak, so that's hype. And I'm not sure what team he's on, but either way, if it's blue team, now they're sitting extra good. If it's red team, it looks like they're probably getting some much needed points because they were behind, but not like insurmountably. I do think that blue's probably been going out ahead, and I keep forgetting to update that. When I say update that, I mean check the scores. So I'll do that because we are really getting towards the end.
Really getting towards the end.
We are? We're really getting there. Yeah, blue team is starting to put in a little bit of a whooping on the red team. It's 18-43 for blue team, 13-71 for red. So that is with blue having 3 more racers, so there's an average, but that's still significant. So blue team looking to sit kind of cozy towards the end here. Probably has this wrapped up for the most part. Notable names on red team that could still make a difference is C Rivers, who, despite any kind of struggle it may have looked like where we've seen him here get a couple bad placings, still is in second overall, only behind Glenn, who has been the benefactor to Blue's success in C Rivers lobby because they've been in the same lobby a lot, along with Kugi, who is also repping blue team. So blue does dominate the top 5 outside of C Rivers in second at 221 points. Meanwhile, we got a slew of really good players still chilling in that 6 to 20 range that we can see here, but it's been rocky. A lot of names up and down that I've seen. Rounding off the top 8 is going to be, let's see. Yeah, Glenn in first, C Rivers, Jinja, Cuneo, Kugi, Liam, Nintunis, Wheeler, Shannon, Bryce. Yeah, so this is what it looks like right now. All right, and yeah, so blue is looking like the winner right now. Red team, those old schools, not getting it done. And for anyone who is unfamiliar with the theme this week or wants to see more of the theme this week, I will point you to this very nice graphic made by Glenn himself, which is old school versus new school. Old school basically being anything before 2000 and new school being anything after 2000 as far as characters. So yeah, the graphic pretty nice there. Even the link old split up, so that's pretty cool. It's a very Glenn thing to do. As it were. But I'm going to flash Liam here despite the lag. I know that Kwazu is also in this race, so I'll get a quick look at him also. That's Kugi. There we go, I got him. That's while this is going on, we do have what appears to be like the 22nd race, I believe, for all of these guys on stream. Outside of Kwazu, I'm not sure what number he's on, but we are approaching the end. And TikTok clock, a nice little. I like this map. It's not too big, not too small. There aren't any crazy shortcuts. It's pretty honest, so to speak. A lot of places that make moves, like even on these gears, you can see anytime you hit an arrow, you get a speed burst. C Rivers is going to look to get a very far lead, and this is the thing that he's pretty good at, is when he's ahead, he's ahead. So if he gets the buffer that he usually gets, I wouldn't even be surprised to say he's already got this one in the bag. And this is where being the heavy is good, because you just get your lead and you're out there. So even if he gets hit by a blue shell right now, despite being heavy and not having the best acceleration, he's still going to do well, because he has a lot of room to buffer his otherwise lack of speed. But yeah, he's just moving on ahead, looking pretty good, approaching lap 3 in just a moment. Meanwhile, Kugi fighting it out with Nintunis for second place and does get ahead with the help of the Piranha Plant. And Nintunis unfortunately missed, looking to hop over the hands of the clock, and didn't really work out. And I don't know what just ate up his mushroom, if he hit a banana peel or something, but he looked pretty surprised himself. Meanwhile, Kugi does get passed by Glenn for second, and Jason, EO right ahead. He's going to want to make sure to get past at least EO and Jason because they are on the other team. Can't be having that. But Nintunis in pretty good position to be hit by Kugi Star, although not anymore. I don't know whose bullet bill that is. I see Elite in the mix. Kugi going to give everything he's got with that gold mushroom. Going to hit a weird bump of the hand. Is going to finish in 8th. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, C Rivers already, as we suspected, got that big lead and kept it. That's the game plan for him. I've seen similar out of Glenn, where he's got that high top end speed, and when he's ahead, he's ahead. But yeah, I'm seeing that from Sea Rivers quite a bit. Yeah, sometimes the items on your side, sometimes they're not. That's such as the life as Mario Kart. But anyways, on the other end of things, Kazoo, or yeah, Quazu, and a nice queue with another 5 players, including I saw Bryce in there and Liam once again, Cunio. That'll be the big thing that needs to happen for this game when it goes forward. Is item distribution is, I would say, is probably as bad as it's ever been in this particular Mario Kart.
We've had this discussion before.
Yeah, but they're talking about it in the chat, so I think it's like you know what I mean. Like, there's only so many things you talk about with Mario Kart. Same thing like if you're watching a Smash tournament and everyone wants to talk about like, I don't know.
That's true.
You know, just like you gotta. Like, the viewing audience is limited, but if there's someone new who, like, maybe doesn't know or whatever, like, it is helpful. Getting everyone on the same page about, like, the game mechanics and just knowing the things. Because the item distribution's a big deal. That's, like, the game, basically. There's the kart racing and the actual being good at it, and then there's, like, the rest of the game, which is the items, which essentially cause all of the things, but I just hate seeing things like Bullet Bill happening, like when you're in 5th or 6th surrounded by a bunch of people. It literally just seems like an absolute, like such a hand-me, like such like a, yeah. But that's not the only cheese, like there's plenty of it. But either way, yeah, Mario Kart's item system, not great. Mario Kart 8 rather. And it does appear that Tunist is in pretty decent shape, only behind teammate Sea Rivers on the top right. These guys finally meet in lobby again, or back in the same lobby rather. But we are going to watch Kugi struggle in the middle pack, which appears to be mostly dominated by Team Blue. So not a whole lot of maneuvering they can do with items in this position because they can't hit each other with the items. Counterproductive, and a lot of the items just don't work. So we'll see what moves Kugi is able to make. He does find himself in 3rd place behind Wheeler and Sea Rivers, who does finally get hit by a blue shell and does have some time to make up for it. Now that Grumble Volcano is just peeling away, all the layers just falling off. If anyone's got clean handling, it's Sea Rivers. We've seen that. And getting hit by all kinds of things. Make that another red shell. And you're going to have to find his way back up there with probably about half the race left. And he is in position to at least get 2nd. Potentially, meanwhile, Kugi did already win. Okay, Sea Rivers ends up in 4th. And Tunis in 6th. That's going to be a Kugi and Glenn sweep. Man, this is these guys were excited to be on the same team earlier, I saw, and now they are. And how cute that they are succeeding. 1s and 2s. All right, everyone is in lobby, so I'm just going to point to Glenn's well-made graphic. New school versus old school. Splitting up the ults of Link. And I actually, as iconic as old school Link is, I think new school Link is I think it looks pretty good. What do you think of Breath of the Wild Link compared to the old style Link?
He looks cool.
He looks cool. Like, what a cool guy. Anyways, looks like everyone is off to Dry Desert for the final race. Wow, how fitting. Final race. All of our streamers, well, final race for 2 of our streamers. So we will continue to get to see a little bit of red and blue with Quazu and Intunis after this one, but this is for all the marbles in terms of, you know, who wants to feel the best at the end with the best placing, but not that it matters. I hope everyone's been having fun with these things, obviously. Open to everybody, they're free. It's mostly just a good hang. I've been putting these streams together to try and make a little bit of something out of it. I do think it's been adding quite a bit, so I appreciate everyone who's been starting the stream because these are 2 new streamers, technically 3 if we could get Liam's to work, so that's pretty great. Meanwhile, we do have the mainstays in Intunis and Kugi Cougs. I encourage everyone to, you know, like Quazoo, Sea Rivers. If you stick with us, that's really cool, man. I am definitely trying to do more things Mario Kart moving forward with like the, I don't know, as far as like community stuff, like whether it be rankings or just whatever, but this is fun. Oh yeah, we are streaming, or I'm planning to stream rather, the big Nintendo circuit that's coming up on May 8th, which is surprising to see all of a sudden. Really nice to see. But we did see them do something with Splatoon in terms of they made another Splatfest, the whole catch-up in Mayo thing, which is surprising because they basically discontinued Splatfest like 2 years ago, or at least a year ago. It's been a while now. So, but yeah, now they're bringing back Mario Kart. So who knows what's brewing at Nintendo actually, but I'm going to keep trying to do my thing with this. I keep trying to build up some Mario Kart players and integrate some more Smash players and make a nice little melting pot of the Nintendo competitive games. Pretty soon we'll have ARMS, right?
Mm-hmm.
When ARMS 2 comes out, we'll have a nice little scene for ARMS. Probably not. Probably not ARMS, but I never want to say never. So either way, Sea River's looking like he's probably the likely winner here. It doesn't look like anyone's anywhere near close to him. And let me just say, Sea River's also with the clean internet, dude. His stream is looking really crispy. So definitely appreciate you streaming, man. I hope you had fun with it. It's been nice seeing you. I mean, I know you won last week. It looks like you're still probably top 3 this week, I would think, despite, you know, this last placing and some of the other stuff, because he was towards the front of the point totals. Yeah, this looked like mostly a blue sweep. Yeah, red team's been kind of getting worked, so even if you are like one of the best players on the losing team, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. Like, you can see the scores right now. New school looking way ahead of old school, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the calculator to this and see what the actual averages are, because obviously new school is going to be ahead regardless of the average, because there's only 3 more people and there's a bigger score. But let's see by how much. So currently blue team has an average of 141.76, so remember that, 141. Meanwhile, red team has an average of 137. So I guess it's actually pretty close. Closer than it would seem. I mean, that's literally a 4-point difference. So maybe I'm the one who's off. But in either case, we do have the final race coming up for that's not Sea Rivers. That is actually an Intunist. I'll have that fixed in a second. And Quazoo still has a few more to go. We'll stick with him for a bit, but in the meanwhile, enjoy Intunist last race. Go ahead and jump in his chat if you want to wish him good luck, and likewise, Quazoo still has a little bit more left, but I'm gonna get another restart on the game ready, because we'll see like what the final score is, because if it's that close, we're definitely gonna need to check the updates when this is done. And I didn't catch how many people were in this lobby. I know this lobby, the other available players have been like Liam and Bryce and Blaze, and some of those guys have been in the secondary lobby. So I'm assuming some of them might be here, also maybe not. The Martinez appears to be in pretty good shape, nearly falling off the building, and Quazoo, big chillin' in 3rd place. Guys got 2 red team ahead of him. Yep, still going to continue. Does land on Mr. M's. I think that may have been a red shell he landed on. Either way, something that busted him up. Still has another lap to catch up. Meanwhile, Nintunis is going to continue to forge ahead and push ahead in 1st place, and doesn't appear to have any real threat, because Mr. M also in 2nd place, not all too far behind Nintunis. And a little bit more red at the top of the middle of the pack. So looking like a bit of a clean sweep for red. So this will be a good game to check afterward to see how the team points are looking. And Quazoo hitting the wall there, but not too bad. did find himself still kind of where he was despite hitting the wall, and is in position to keep moving forward. He's behind Tanuki Mario. That's going to be the first step. We're going to see, meanwhile, though, Nintunis forging ahead with Mr. M, having their kind of 1 and 2 convoy thing that they have. Yeah, and that appears to be a wrap for Nintunis. Does get lightninged, and Mr. M, Mr. M passing Nintunis at the last moment, and he's salty. Look how salty he is. It doesn't really matter, but it also does because there is a top 8 for this, and shout-outs to Quazu Scott for getting 4th place. There's a pack of red in front, so that's tough to deal with, but I am going to reset the scores now. That was Nintunis' his last race. He's so salty. I kind of don't blame him. So while that happens, we'll probably end up hosting Quazu after this. I think the bulk of racers are mostly done, so I'm going to reset the game now and check on the scores before we finish, even though we still do have 2 blue versus a red going on currently. Mr. M being the red. Or I'm sorry, yeah. Yep. Okay, online play. Yeah, and that is Luke Skywalker and Kazoo on what I believe is his second last race, or possibly his last. The 23rd race. So he's got one more after this, so I gotta assume most people are done because it was 10 versus 13 players, so if most people are on their last race, then that's that. So let's go ahead and view the standings. I'll do the calculations. Blue can only really gain points at this point, so we'll see if they're already winning or not. Let's see. So red team, a grand total of 1737 at the moment. Divvy that up by the 11 total racers they have. So 157 points for the red team. And let's see, so remember that, 157. And then for blue team, grand total of 2358, and we'll divvy that up by the 13 racers there, and that's 181. So blue team has pulled away and probably has won tonight, even if Mr. M does good with his last couple races or whatever he has left. Blue team does have an average of 181 over Reds 157, which is, I would say, significant enough where you probably won't catch that up in the last couple races. So congrats to the blue team. New school making it happen, and I do agree. I do think Link's newest costume does look better than his oldest costume. Also, shout-outs to Senor Hombre for the follow. Appreciate you, man. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, we do these Mario Kart streams every single week. We do them on Tuesdays, as we are doing right now, and that is, hold on, is it Tuesday time? That looks like he's spectating. But anyways, yeah, so we have these Mario Kart tournaments every Tuesday. That is, that's Teams Day. That's why we got this old school versus new school thing, and then every Sunday, which is every man for themselves, probably the traditional format you would think. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and follow Quazu for the last bit of his race, and then I'm going to basically send you over to Quazu so you guys can basically go cheer him on for his last race. But in the meanwhile, yeah, I do thank you guys for interacting with these things, and yeah, we do them every single Tuesday and Sunday, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we do have Smash every single Thursday. I'll go through the slides in just a moment. But don't forget about that. And we are adding more stuff. I am just about to make a Minecraft server, which was thanks to the Twitch subs. And oh no, Kazoo! All right, Quazu does finish in first. Let's go. So does make it out on top over, I believe it was Mr. M and Luke. Yeah, good work. So anyways, yeah, this is every single Tuesday, team day. And then if you're looking for singles, that's every single Sunday. Same exact rules, just every man for themselves, basically. If you are looking for some Smash, something a little different, got DNA every single Thursday, starting at 7:30. Be sure to stay to our Twitter to basically follow all this stuff. keep a track and schedule, all those good things. What else? Do I have any other notes for you guys? Not too much, Ombre. We're actually just getting ready to finish here. So thanks for joining us, even though we're going for the night because everyone's mostly done with their races. Yep, everyone's done. Quazu's in his own lobby. He's waiting. He's probably going to get some bots, unfortunately. But go check him out. In the meanwhile, we will see you Thursday. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.